Hi, Daddy. What you doing?
What you doing the regatta shuffle right now? Oh, a little scullin'. Scoop it. Some cold style and take. Twig. Let's go.
Yo, this is Dyson Knight in episode 84 of the Sup'm Show is on the way. Today we're talking financial freedom, and we have the financial free guru, the mean man.
Oh, it's sexy shirt day today, I see.
Yeah, man, I had to wear green. I had to show the color. I see you on blue like the skies, like you catching flights and
All
tropical
day, every day.
drinks.
All day,
That's
every
what I'm
day.
talking about. That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
because we both know where the facility is at too. I already said it in the chat. Got somebody in their feelings, but we ain't gonna call no names.
Yeah, man. So right off the bat, we are very proud of, well, all of the members of the Sup'm Show got sense, but not all of us have millions and billions of dollars like the man one.
I don't put that out there. Don't put that out there.
It's all good. It's all good. No, but I think out of all of us, people who follow the show would know that Dr. Bazard is a serial entrepreneur. He
Yeah.
loves opening businesses. I myself have been there's a difference between being self-employed and being an entrepreneur, and I've been both for a very long time. And we know it's an interesting process, and every
To say the
journey is
least.
very
To
unique.
say the least.
But right off the top of the show, I could say, as we journey to figure out how, even if there is a such thing as financial freedom, because it seems so hard to reach, hard to reach that a lot of people believe that it's not even possible,
Yep.
to say, yeah, we want to talk about the journey towards financial freedom, not to say that we all have what we deem to be that financial freedom is yet, because it's different for whoever, depending on your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so we're gonna get into it. Yo, the man rock is in the building.
Brat, brat, brat.
And Ann
In the
said
place to be.
she was so excited to be in this TED Talk. she missed it in action. She must be parking it. Anyway.
Yeah. She parking. And while she parking, I can let K Mark know what's up. Then we could be parking to go for that, that trip.
Hey.
She knows we talking about over here.
Yeah. I spoke to Sabria. I like to call her my baby sister. She's a big woman now though, doing big things, and she works in finance. She works in finance. She handles millions of dollars
Nice.
herself, and her and her partner were having just a candid conversation and sending me voice notes earlier today. And from I would say they spoke for about an hour. I probably have an hour worth of voice notes in my phone.
Nice.
And breaking it down to one word, you could correct me if I'm wrong, then I'll let you go off on your journey towards, building your own company. What up,
Yep.
Uncle Milton? Uncle Millie. One word is discipline, bro.
Well, look at that. That's so ironic because that's exactly what I was going to start my rant on. Discipline.
Bust it.
All right. We all know. Okay, it's me and Dr. Bazard, and it's all seriousness like that. Like JP, I may come off as rash or, unagreeable.
Cocky.
But now in all seriousness now, right? Me and Dr. Bazard, we always spoke about one thing when it comes to business and financial freedom. Don't ever think you've arrived.
Mhm.
And when we use that term arrived, many people may not even know what that means. Let me break it down. In other words, don't ever feel like enough is enough. There's always more to learn. There's always more to achieve. Okay? And as a man, your purpose should never stop.
Mm.
The minute your purpose stops, everything around you stops.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I wonder why millionaires and billionaires seem to stay on that chase. This,
See, that's it right there. Because it's a natural high, bro. And I have a lot of family members and a lot of close friends that we're still cool to this day. And the first thing when they find out I've been self-employed now going on almost 20 years, own my own company here in the US, successful company. Um, the first thing they say, oh, you could do what you want to do. You go to sleep when you want, get up when you want. But the number one thing they never, ever, 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 ever think of is that number one word, discipline.
discipline.
Because thing is, if I wake up one morning and don't decide to go to work, no one could chastise me. I mean, the only thing that can happen to me is I don't make money. Well, no, I still make money flexing. I'll still make money for that day. But
But
because
that's key.
I already set things up to keep turning with or without me. And that's the ultimate goal, what I think everybody should try to get to. And me and brother can't be always, always say that right there. You must be able to duplicate yourself and duplicate the process that you came up with.
Yeah.
And the ultimate goal to always make money is when you fall asleep, the ball is still rolling.
All right.
I'm gonna
So
start off with that, and I'm gonna let you, come in with something else.
yeah. So yeah. Making money while you sleep, definitely a big deal. Um, but let's rewind all the way back, and this is something that was kind of difficult for me to stir the stare, or even for Sabria to convey in her conversation, was ground zero and the common man,
Hmm.
and purpose, people who have not grown up with, I guess, people who know what the bottom look like,
Hmm.
considers considered to be privileged. People who don't have that, the privilege of a dad or mom or grandfather who left them with some a starting point, with either
Yeah.
property, land, a business, an inheritance. You starting from, I graduated high school, didn't have money to go to college, and had to get a job, and now work my way from there, from zero
Mhm.
dollars. Is your story anything similar to that? Because I know you have a very strong last name, so let me see if we could categorize.
You don't want to know what my last name attached to, so in some ways, so I'm a Knowles. But no, I actually graduated high school, did some schooling in New York for a while.
How'd you get
Did
there?
some did Was that
How'd you get to New York? That's a
um
self grind, or your parents sent you there?
no, 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 no. Everything was self grind. Everything was self
Oh,
grind. Actually, when I went to New York, initially I wanted to pursue music.
mm,
So I went to Full Sail University in New York to pursue music. But prior to that, upon graduating in '94, my mom was a teacher at BTVI. You familiar with that?
absolutely.
Okay. And right off the bat, just to occupy my time fresh out of graduation, she threw me into carpentry. I didn't
Okay.
like it. I didn't want to do it. My mind was set on rapping, being a producer. So I did carpentry, woodworking, cabinet making for at least, I want to say 3 years, graduated with honors, all that stuff. And how ironic, after all said and done, I resort right back to the same thing that deals with wood. That is
Wow.
so crazy. It just
Wow.
came full circle.
Mm-hmm.
But, it took time. I'm not even going to lie. I didn't start my business in Nassau. I started here in the US.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I was always a strategic type guy. And what I tell everybody, you must study your market, study your competitors before you even go out there and try to make a mark for yourself. Because just as ambitious as you are, there's millions of people that even have the same amount of ambition or more and money to back them.
Right. Right.
So, something about you have to stand out, whether it be quality in your work, whether it be your personality, your charisma, something have to stand out. You cannot just be regular. Not saying that can't work, but more times than not, it's more difficult.
and you hit some key points that came up in the conversation. And I want to start with get a job, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But and in the job, if you're not getting a job, then get a skill because
Well,
BTVI
so,
is a
yeah.
training college,
Yes.
and
Yes.
so it trains you to actually do work. The school where I'm at now is a training college. You actually hands on the gear, hands
And I
on
had
the.
the opportunity to go to either or. You
Mm,
understand? But the way
mm-hmm.
how I am and how I work, I'm more hands on. I'm
Yeah,
more hands on in situations rather than books. Not saying I had good grades in school, so that's not a problem. JP was never a dumbass, and he's cute. But that's beside the point.
I forget
So
I didn't.
you
I ain't opened the show right. Hold on.
guys, I don't know what's wrong with Dyson Knight, right? But he's slipping. He's slipping lately. He know damn well you must open the show with this. Because if you don't open the show with this, then things may not go right. Now we can get back to it. Damn.
Get a skill, get a job, and Sabria, I want people to understand
Yeah.
when I go to this
Hmm.
conversation is a conversation with millionaires who know millionaires.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
and it's surprising, but I get it. It literally you could start from zero
Yeah.
dollars,
Yeah.
but you get it. You get a job, you get a skill. You need your job to do what? To build your skills, but also to pay your bills.
Hmm.
So we want to talk when we talk about financial freedom. What should those bills look like? Because a lot of times, especially in our culture, before I get into what the culture, places like BTVI. I
Yes.
remember a time when BTVI, and this is recent times, BTVI may not be free at this point in time, but it's still
Hmm.
subsidized by the government, which means it's affordable.
Yes.
And even if it costs a bit of money, investing in self is important, and
Absolutely.
paying a school fee is a self investment because once you get knowledge, something my dad said, knowledge is the one thing people can't never they can never take it from you. They can't go in your brain and
And
pull
remove
out
it.
what it is you already know, right? So yeah, those builds. What should those builds look like? We're talking about living within your means. So what kind of builds did you have when you moved to New York to get your skill?
Brother, I'm not even gonna lie here. I tell the truth no matter what. I was eating a bunch of ramen noodles, bro. I'm not even going front. Like I was
Yep.
living way below my means, man. Because listen, me personally, when I start out on a path or a goal, I'm focused, bro. Like
Yeah.
100% focused. So all of the other stuff, you know, that may be distracting to me, I cut that off completely, and that's including women, drinking, partying, the works. Because the end goal, when I achieve my end goal, all of those things I just mentioned is a byproduct of your celebration, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That comes along with it. I mean, it just does.
Yeah. Yeah.
So on your journey to achieving these things, you must stay focused. And you know what? It's not for everybody, bro. It's not for everybody. If everybody was on some boss shit or wanted to be a boss or trying, we'd be killing each other out here. Some people are made to be workers, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Play your position, and but whatever position you play, make sure you play it thoroughly. Make sure you play it well.
The ramen. I mean, ramen could be very tasty. If you add
Absolutely,
some little onions, put some peanut oil in that. You know.
boy. Shrimp, or some shrimp in there. You're good to go.
So yeah, but I have two kids that are working now, and I tell
Hmm.
you no lie, it hurts my heart when I see them walking in the house with the same $400 headphones I have, and
Different time,
and
bro.
and fresh new tennis and these things, and I say, bro, that was never me, growing up. But I had some, I inherited some grown up builds
Yeah,
when I
man.
started working. I inherited grown up builds, so I was never into to those type things. But we're talking about living within your means if you want to achieve financial freedom. And
Hmm.
something that came up in this conversations too. Boy, you rich? You getting tuna in the can? These dudes is just telling me they don't eat tuna out the can. So you basically mean tuna out the can.
Tyson,
But
let me tell you something, buddy. You can't notice too. My boy, I love sardine, bro.
mm,
Listen here, to the point, right? Before I hit the gym, I'll crack open 2 cans of sardine, drain the water, a little bit
mm-hmm,
of lemon, and eat them raw. Brush my teeth.
mm-hmm,
You got to brush your teeth. Hygiene's very important, guys. And then hit the gym, full of protein. So, but like I say, you see all that distraction right there that's going on? Oh, you this,
yeah,
you, but you have to cut that out. You have
yeah,
to cut that out of your equation, or else you'll never get to your goal as fast as you want to get there and as thorough as you want to get there. And not
yeah.
only that, you can't take everybody with you. Very important. You got to
Mm.
know who to cut off, bro. And sometimes the most dangerous people to you is family.
Yeah, I mean, and the reason for that, I want to paint the picture very brightly and colorfully.
Hmm.
Um, these bills and living within your means, taking on other people's bills too,
Yeah,
is a setback. Um,
absolutely.
you look at what you should be chasing, and from this conversation, I'm here. You look at what you should be chasing, and that is the opportunity to invest money on a monthly basis. Not saying, oh, this week when I get paid, here's what I want to do with my money. I need some J's, I need some this, I need some that. You should be thinking what, and this is something that I know in our culture. I didn't grow up knowing anything about stocks and index funds and mutual funds and
I'm I'm into
and
that too.
US
I'm into that too.
401k
Yeah.
and IRA and all this other type stuff, right? I knew
Hmm.
nothing about it. And I don't even think anyone was trying to teach me about it. I don't even think my teachers knew about it
School
to even
itself
mention
don't
it to
teach you,
me.
but school itself don't teach you about these things.
Right.
Because here's the thing. At least here, I can speak on colleges and stuff here in this country. They want to keep you in debt, bro. DEBT, debt. They want to keep you in debt. You understand? They don't want to teach you financial freedom because with
Box
financial
office.
freedom, you don't need them.
And leave that up for a minute. Yep.
You know. And,
Exactly.
and, and here's another thing what I've learned to trial and error. And speaking to a lot of my investment buddies and millionaire buddies, whatever. You can save a lump sum out of your paycheck every Friday you get paid, if that's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I implore everybody to do this instead. Try to save $5 a day.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say try to save $5 a day, and try to set up some sort of account, whether it be bank account or whatever, where it's automatically deducted out of your account to a savings account,
Yeah.
$5 a day. Reason being, after a while, you won't even notice it's gone.
Right.
When you want to save at the end of the week or the end of the month, and it's a big old lump sum, the number 100, 200 makes you not want to do it.
Let me pull out the old calculator because $5 a day, we spend more than that on lunch,
On
right? We
lunch,
spend
absolutely.
more than that on coffee. Let me
Boy,
let me go
every
there.
morning. Yep.
Let me go there. We spend more than that on coffee, and Sabri, I acknowledge this statement because it is
Yep.
true, and we can't run away from the fact that there are some obstacles that we have to work a bit harder to overcome in our culture. And we have some other comments, but let's see.
Do
Let's see.
five. Do $5
Five
a day.
dollars a day for
Yeah.
31 days in a month. Let's split the middle. Let's say 30 days. I mean, I should be $5 a day. Boy, I ain't too smart if I
Hey,
can't figure this
you
out.
have a K what said? Thank you, brother. That proves my point. You said that in the show a few weeks back, and I took that advice and was able to save a decent amount. I believe you're not wrong, bro. I promise you.
Oh,
There you go,
what is
Sabria. 1825. And that's per year, right, Sabria?
that's per year?
If we're counting weekends. Yes, we are counting weekends. We're
Oh
counting
yeah,
seven
yeah.
days a week.
They
Seven
be
days a
drinking
week.
coffee. They drink coffee on the weekends too.
Right.
So seven.
That's 7 days a week, 5 to 7. Your ultimate goal should be $10 a day. So if we're talking about this a year, right? After a while, I promise you, if you set it up in a way where it's automatically removed out of your account, you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Do that in a 10-year stretch, Dyson, and see how much that comes up to.
10 years at $5 or $10.
No. The five, Sabria said it was 1,800 and something
Yeah.
per year. I'm not sure. Times 10 years.
1825.
Yeah, times 10
So you
years.
just add a zero on that.
Yeah.
That's 10,820. Well, no, I lied. I count. Because I
Go
got to
ahead,
count.
bro. 1825 times 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. So that's it's $10,850. Did I
Okay.
do that right, Sabrio?
There you go.
That's is that 10? That's the days. That's the days. 365, 3,650 50 days times the $5,
Correct.
which should give you the 10,825.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, here's the
Hold on,
thing. That's just
wait. Sabria, hold on now. Your math is confusing me, and I know you smarter than me when it comes to calculating these numbers.
you're
Because
making Dyson Knight look bad, man.
hold on now.
That's
The days.
36,500.
But that's the days.
36,500. 36,500 in 10 years.
So 30. Hold on now.
$36,500 in 10 years.
Boy, that's plenty money. Hold on now. Come on now. Come on through. So that's 36,000
$510 in 10 years.
times the $5 now. That's $68,250. Sabria, please check my math on that. Because you can't tell me if I take my coffee money
Mm-hmm.
and put that in the bank for 10 years that I could have $68,000
And see what happens, right?
of coffee.
After a while, you don't even remember you doing that, bro. Trust me on that. I don't know why. They don't want us to teach this stuff, man. $10 a day is also great.
Hey, Bruce, thanks for joining us. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'm going to talk slower so I can make sure the people are getting the right map. So at the end of the day, we're talking about living within your means so far.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about getting a job. We talking about what those bills should be. Your necessities, you got to pay rent. You got to
Mm-hmm.
have clothes. You got to get transportation.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to eat. What you choose to eat is a whole part of living
How
within your
about
means.
how about you go to the grocery store and cook your food and take it to work?
Healthier.
That's healthier.
And
But
you save money. You save money not having to go to the doctor,
That's it.
right?
All of it's connected, bro.
Working on your health is also a part of accessing that door to financial freedom. See what we got going on here. Okay, 36,000.
I already said that, boy. $36,000.
Yeah, you
I
said
already
that.
said that for 10 years. I told you that. Yeah. And that's just $10. Come on, man. So you mean to tell me, on an average, you get people that buy McDonald's, KFC, whatever, you spending minimum $13 a day.
Oh, okay, that's on the $10. Okay, cool.
Minimum $10
So-
a day on food.
All right,
Cook your own food, man. Take it to work. Try that. Try that for a year.
learning your business. Learning your business. You said carpentry is something that you studied. You went off. You did other things, right?
Yeah.
You also, I know this, and you spoke about this on past shows about how you got in the business of flooring. You actually worked for another company, right?
Yeah.
And during your time working for the company, tell us about that transition from being an employee to being
An owner.
confident enough. Yeah, confident enough. Just even before you went into ownership, but having the confidence to say, I'm going to take that it's time for me to take that move, take that step.
My biggest. That all sounds good, but you're never forgetting one thing: style and profile and liking mine. We'll get to that in a bit. Come on, Ruckus. Anyway, see, he just fucked up my train of thought just now. I'm back on her.
Yeah, so
Anyway,
I was asking, okay, it's if it's performing in the market, I like it. Okay, what did Bruce say again? Yes,
that
that
doesn't
doesn't
include the.
include the interest compound. Oh,
There you go.
sorry,
Absolutely.
I missed that. Yes,
You missed that
yes.
part too.
So when you are saving this $10 per day for
Hmm.
10 years, as it grows, you have your compounded interest. And
Yes.
compounded interest is tricky for people to understand. And all it really means is that the interest, if you're getting 5% interest on $1, but tomorrow you have $2 in it, you're getting $5 interest on $2 instead of one. And that
There you
interest
go.
continues, and the interest, let's if you gain 50 cents interest on your $2, the next time you get interest, it'll be 5% on 250, not on $2. So
Yes.
that continues to grow, and your
To
money
grow.
grows exponentially.
Exactly.
And so it's not just what you put in, but you're getting more than what you actually put in. Now,
Hmm.
and I be jumping all over the place, and it's okay. You do have to
Yeah, it's
take into
okay.
considerations
It's a good
that
show.
for when my first bank account, when I was must see 4 or 5 years old, 6 years old, my dad opened a bank account for me. They were paying like 3, 4, or 5% interest on your savings account. Now banks charge you to have a savings account. You don't get
Well,
interest on regular savings accounts,
they only
especially not in the
charge, at least
Bahamas.
here. Okay, they only charge on savings or any account if your daily balance is below a certain amount. As long as you keep your balance up to a certain amount, you don't get charged.
Correct. And in Canada, I learned that there's some banks. Shout out to CIBC because I know they doing it. When you have a certain amount of money on your account, they give you a smart interest on it. So for saving that money on your account, you do get an interest.
Yes,
That if the money stays on an account for the full month,
yes,
right?
yes.
So you have to be, and all of this now contributes to your financial intelligence to get to this door to financial security. Um, let's bounce off topic and deal with this because I started to talk about the culture. And Ruckus is spot on.
Leave it up to Rocket, but he's spot on though.
He's spot on with this. For viewers that may not understand the term like in man, it's like monkey see monkey do, or like trying to impress
Yeah.
people, or seeing someone with something and decided I too shall wear $300 shoes.
Sad thing.
Oh, he have $200 shoes. I too shall have
Two of them.
two. Yeah, but I get the brand new ones to them, right? So in order to gloat. So again, we come back to the word of the day when it comes to gaining financial freedom. It's discipline. You
Yeah.
have to be able to see things and not want things.
And it's
That's good
hard,
for
bro.
them.
And it's hard because, listen, you asked me a question earlier what made me go on my own. The number one thing that made me bounce out on my own, and this may not be for everyone. I got tired of facilitating someone else's dreams and aspirations, if that makes sense. I
Hmm.
got tired of being the one that's doing the work and bringing that person that's running shit closer to their dreams, but I still stay in the same position that I'm at.
Right.
When my personality and my quality of work was just about almost as good,
Ah.
you know? So if that's the case, what I need the middleman for? And another thing's very important too in business. You must know when to seize the opportunity because
What opportunity?
they don't come left, right, and center. You have to know when to seize the opportunity and strike. You
What
have to.
opportunity? What kind of opportunity are you talking about?
Opportunity that when you see an opening to go ahead and take it.
Yeah. To branch out on your own, you mean?
Exactly.
So, I mean, I would like, let me just lead you.
Go
The
ahead.
where where you know how to do the work, but
Yeah.
how do you make the money? How do you find the
Clientele.
jobs?
Clientele.
Yes.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you what I let
Where
me
you
tell you
get
what I
that
did.
from?
Let me tell you what I did. I don't know if y'all familiar in Nassau with Craigslist is.
Mm. Yeah.
Craigslist is like a internet site where if you're looking for jobs, confidentials, you're looking for jobs, you're selling stuff, whatever, it all compiled in
Right.
one thing. So back in those days, when I was much younger, still sexy but younger, um, what I did is, and this is very important what I'm saying, you must study the market, bro. I studied the market in a 10-mile radius, east, west, north, and south of me.
Right.
And I called these companies up pretending to be a customer just to
Mm.
find out their rates of how much they charge. And what I did is I
Market
undercut
research.
every last one of them. I
Hmm.
undercut every last one of them.
They're looking for you now.
I don't care because you got a lot to go through to get to me now. So keep
Too
looking.
late. It's too
Too late
late.
now. And what I did is I undercut everybody. So the companies that were
Hmm.
doing the same thing, or rather doing what I'm interested in pursuing, say
Hmm.
for instance, that they were charging at that time $1.75 a square foot to install, I would charge $1.25 all inclusive, which means that furniture moved, baseboards back on the floor, everything.
Hmm.
You better
Hmm.
make one understand price and strategies. Exactly.
Hmm.
You understand? So the things that they weren't willing to do, I was willing to do also business wise.
Yeah.
Pause.
Let me let me make that um understandable or cross
Go ahead.
the board in whatever business people want to get into, because what you're talking right now is your that's part of your business strategy.
Yeah.
Having
You
having
must
a
know your
business
market, bro.
having a
Know your
business
market.
plan, doing market research is a part of your business plan,
Absolutely.
right? And business plan, that's a big duty to sit down and really figure it out. But Google that mess and do the work. It is important because you will know whether or not your idea is good or bad before you spend a dollar. Well, if you have someone else doing your business plan, then you would spend the money to do the business plan, but you will at
Hmm.
least know whether or not you have a good or bad chance in branching out and doing your own thing and investing inside a product, a business, a service, or whatever the case may
You
be.
know what's so funny though, Dyson? When I
Mm-hmm.
did that, I didn't even know that was a part of the business strategy. I didn't know. What I did,
Mm.
I was so
Common sense.
hungry. I was so hungry to get my own shit started.
Yep.
I just operated through trial and error to the
Mm-hmm.
point that you try so much to the point that you just begin to get it right. And
Yeah.
when you begin to get it right, you'll be like, okay, well, this is the path, how to do it here and this here. We'll throw that away and lighten the load and keep going this way. So through trial and error, bro, and the need to take care of my family. Because little do y'all know, JP still is a family man. I'm a family man at heart.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind me talking shit. I'm a family man. I got kids. You understand? I got girls. I got daughters.
You
You know?
mentioned this very briefly. You kind of just brushed over it, but now is a good time to come back to it when it comes
Mhm.
to having your own company and being able to beyond having the lowest price, because a lot of times
Oh, it's not low
some
anymore.
no, that's I was getting to that.
Go ahead. Go
I was
ahead. Go
getting
ahead.
to that.
Go ahead.
Sometimes the lowest price is often related to inferior work,
Work. Mhm.
right?
This is
So
why. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah,
Get it
no,
off.
no, 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 no. I'm only talking until you take it over because
Okay.
I'm speaking relative
This is
to
why.
what
This
you've
is
done,
why if
right?
you come in on that particular strategy, you must go above and beyond. You must go above and beyond.
Yeah.
Because if you don't go above and beyond, you're on the same level of everybody else. Like let's keep it a buck here, right?
Hmm.
In my 10-mile radius where I'm at right now, I'm in West Palm Beach, right? There's Home Depot, there's Lowe's, there's numerous big box stores that you can never compete with. Your bank account ain't big enough.
Right.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now, what you can do is offer above their quality of workmanship.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you do your research for these little big box stores, they get third party people to do their work. And the
Mm.
reason why they get third party people, so when the work is messed up, they're not fully responsible.
Oh.
You, the third party company, like for instance, I've never done this, but what they would do, for example, they will contract my company out under Home
Uh-huh.
Depot's banner to go
Right.
in, say, install floors in a whole condo area that has condos building up. Okay,
Right.
if my company mess up in any way, shape, or form, I'm fully responsible, not Home Depot. This is why
Mm.
Home Depot don't have first party installers, first party nothing. They deal with third party. So when it's
Right.
time to sue, the
Yeah.
owners of the home ain't coming to Home Depot. They coming to you.
Okay, so now we getting into the real I would say is a bit more complex because
Mm-hmm.
we have to understand business. We have to understand having a permit, a license. Um, you have to understand having
Thank
proper
you, Sabria. Thank you, thank
documentation,
you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
proper insurances,
Yes.
um, and all of these things in place in order to protect not only ultimately you
Mm-hmm.
and also your brand. And I think keeping your money safe is another thing that
Yep.
you have to keep in mind on the pathway to financial freedom. One of the things that, and I'm looking for a new name right now as I as I go through this rebranding process, because you have to have a certain distance between you and your brand
Yes.
to have that buffer. So what Home Depot is doing is smart. Um,
Absolutely.
and
I
this
didn't
is
say I
why,
didn't say I didn't say it was a dumb move. I'm just trying to
right?
say you can't compete with them. You can't compete with their lawyers. You can't compete with the money. You can't compete with them. So you must say to yourself, what can I offer similar clientele with home better service? That's all you
Better
can.
service.
That's all you can do. Because you can't say, "Oh, I'm coming in with 10,000 vans and looking all lavish," because that's Home Depot, bro. This worldwide. Listen, I travel the world. There's Home Depot in Nicaragua, bro,
Wow.
and Walmart.
How did you get your first gigs? Your first
I did right. See, and also this is trial and error. I also advertised on Craigslist, but that wasn't working for me too well. One or two jobs here and there.
hmm
I took the initiative. This one I was only me, no team
okay.
yet, just me. I took
hmm
the initiative print up. I remember this. I print up about 100 cards that I made on the computer on some bullshit design shit on my personal printer because I didn't have the money to pay for these cards.
Right.
And what I did, I looked up all of the property management companies,
Mm.
real estate companies in my vicinity again,
hmm
and I got dressed, suit and tie, went physically to these companies and presented myself like $1 million company. People perceive you how you appear.
Of course.
All I'm interested in is getting my foot in the door one time. Because I know once I'm in, I'm going to blow this shit wide. I'll blow this motherfucker off. I know. Because this is the chance I've been waiting on. So
Yeah.
that's how I got my foot in the door. Real estate people, when they see homes, and by the way, I'm taking classes for that now too. That's my next
Okay.
step. Real
All
estate. I'm
right.
I'm doing it right now.
I need
Um,
some real estate.
and you know I gonna sell a bunch of houses.
Oh Lord. Do it again. Do it again.
Listen,
Huh?
when I get my real estate license, I'm gonna just do it just like this.
Yeah,
You're
but hey,
gonna have to buy that house. I
buy
don't care
this.
what's wrong with it.
Oh Lord. Yeah, so be brave, be confident, be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Um and but here's what I want to point out from that.
Yeah,
Get your behind
black
up.
eyes. Yes. No
And
excuses, bro.
you can't, it ain't come to you on the couch.
No, it ain't coming you nowhere.
You have to get up and actually do the work. You have to risk failing. You have to risk people telling you to carry your,
Ass. Play Dyson. You know how
and then
much
you
time.
carry it
Play.
someplace else.
You know how much times in my early days I went to jobs, did the job, and people didn't even pay me.
Mm.
They didn't
Preach.
even pay me, and I couldn't complain or even go put them in court because I had no business license at that time. Which leads me into
Mm.
my another point. If you're
Mm.
gonna start a business license and insurance is very important.
Yeah.
Also, if you start a business, make sure you open an account for that business. Treat that
Yep.
business as a separate entity. Don't try to
Yep.
join that business into your private account or your personal account or your checking account. All
Mm-hmm.
right. It needs its own separate EIN number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Social security or whatever. It needs its own separate entity, its own separate being. This way, in your mind, subconsciously, you treat it as something bigger than what it is. Not to everybody on the outside looking in, it may be shit to them, but to
Right.
you, it's everything because this is your baby right here, bro. You birthed this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no better feeling than when you create something from scratch and stick with it long enough to see it grow. And that's another thing. Lead me to my other point. A lot of people don't stick around long enough to get the time for it to grow.
Talk about it.
It don't
Talk about
happen.
time.
Sometimes it don't happen in 6 months to a year.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, you must have some other type of money to supplement your downfalls, which leads
Yes.
me into my other point.
I
Have a
have that on the
job,
list. Know the
have a
cause.
job, have a
Mm-hmm.
regular job. I don't care if it's a minimum wage job. Have another job whilst you're
Mm-hmm.
pursuing your dreams and applying for an LLC. It's very easy. But
Mm-hmm.
Sabria, you'll be surprised how many people just don't do it. They don't do it. They don't do
Yeah.
it. I don't know why, especially people of color.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So we
You know what's
we
the first thing I hear when I try to educate people on business?
what's
Like,
that?
they'd be like, wait, yeah, you're doing good, but you know what the white man is and the white, listen, bro, I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. I ain't trying to hear that because I'm
Mm-hmm.
living proof to show you and tell you that either you're approaching the situation wrong, and let's just say, hypothetically speaking, it is the white man that's holding you down, right?
Yeah.
Go be friends with that white man until you get up. Then cut
Let's
him
talk.
off.
Let's talk partnership. Your
Cut him off.
network.
Or go
Your
partnership.
your network is your net worth.
You know how much
Right?
white people, but you know how much white real estate people I know that's close friends. And I talk about we go to dinner, we travel. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's 2024, man. Get up off your ass and make it happen. Because if you don't, ain't no one gonna do it for you.
I do not want to seem insensitive to people that feel that way, um, and it's merited. You go through
Yes.
some things,
Sometimes it does. Yes, I agree.
but I want people to understand that everyone hears that two-letter word, no. Everyone faces rejection. Everyone faces failure in business. Don't matter what color your skin is.
Everyone.
Plenty people losing money,
It's all about how you
but
bounce back after your loss.
you keep at it. You keep taking the risk and calculated risks because you got to be smart about it, right? Hopefully, people listen to what JP did to build his business. It takes hard work, discipline, dedication, and you have to learn from failure. Yes,
Bruce,
and know it's
Bruce,
part of
check
the
this out, bro.
process. In order,
I
yes.
remember this is one of my biggest downfalls in business. Probably about 11 years ago. I had a different crew back then.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I built a relationship with this first crew, one guy out of the crew. Um, Normally when it's time for lunch, I would just give my card to one of the guys. They go grab.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. I buy my crew lunch every day. Every day. You treat your crew
Big
right,
move.
they treat you right.
Big
But anyway,
move.
this one particular
Still your
time,
network. Yeah.
this I forgot to get my car from this one guy. So the morning after, I was dropping my daughter to school, and I had to get some money from the ATM for her. When I went to the ATM, zero. He drained my account.
That
That no, this is a white boy.
that right.
But the dumbass, right? He didn't figure out that there's cameras on the ATM, and what he
Oh
was doing
man.
is he was sending different people back and
Right.
forth. I mean, he didn't
Right.
really
Right. Right.
drain, but he take a substantial amount.
Right.
I went by his house, loaded up. Say no more. And Esau crying, saying that I don't understand what he going through, blah, blah, blah. Keep in mind now, I was
Mm,
paying this dude $800 cash, 5 days of work, 5 days a week, no
yeah.
weekends,
Right.
religiously. For like 6 months,
Wow.
bro, he's working on me. I
Wow.
don't understand what he going through, things tough, blah, blah, blah. So like that gives you the right to steal from me. But
Yeah.
instead of going down that route because I have a lot to lose, I just let him go. That's nothing in
Hmm.
business. You gotta learn when to cut ties and walk away. That shit don't benefit you. Walk away.
With our last 15 minutes, I want to introduce um, something that Sabria mentioned. And we like to talk about relationships on the Sup'm Show because it's all about going from talk to transformation, especially in how we behave in society as
Hmm.
human beings, right?
Yeah.
Intelligent beings that can make choices um, about partnership and having the importance of having a partner, not just business partners, but also your significant other being money savvy, being money conscious,
Hmm.
yeah, understanding the goal. And you've been married for 20
So me,
years? Yeah, you
going on almost 22 now.
22 years.
Same
And
woman, same kids by the same place.
I'm interested in what you think about this saying. The saying is behind every successful man is a strong woman.
Why you want to do that, man? All right. Okay. I'll be honest. Right. This motherfucker right here. This can rip them headphones and choke you with them, bro. You know what though? In all honesty, I'll say this, and I don't
Yep.
say this a lot. Don't quote Big JP. Don't clip this and try to put it out there and shit.
Uh,
I will say this though. Many situations that I've been in or been a part of business wise, and I have a conversation with her, and it's not much because I believe as a man, you don't bring your issues to your partner,
right.
But she taught me a lot of things. Because a woman's intuition is next to none. What it say? Hey JP, next time you have to lose
You
that
giving
shit.
out free money? Let me know.
NRA. But yeah, a woman's intuition is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you know what to extract from it,
Mm-hmm.
it can be an asset to you as a man.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference between me and her, she's fiery, bro. I'm
Yeah.
fiery. I'm fiery too. She's Latino. I'm fiery too. But I'm a little more laid back and I'll observe. I'll observe you fucking up before I bomb on you. She ready to
Right.
bomb on me immediately. That's the difference between me and her. I'll sit back and observe it, let you dig your own hole, and then finish
Right.
bury you. She want to dig your hole, bury you, dig you back up, and then bury you again. I ain't with all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But she is an asset when it comes to business. I gotta agree.
Yes.
Yep, I
Yes.
gotta agree.
Yes.
And I don't,
And
and Dyson, I don't do that.
yeah.
I don't agree on that a lot. But yeah, I gotta agree.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with that too. And there's more
Yep.
we could get into that, but there's something else I wanted to let me stop talking about it. The fear of taking risk,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to, my scariest moment with draining my bank account was
What's
when
that?
I purchased real estate. When I purchased a home. What did I say? Let me see. Yeah, this one.
It's
Yeah.
long Tom.
And I spent every dollar in my bank account to make the down payment on this place. And it was scary, bro. Like I didn't want to do it. Every time I go to buy stock, bought a mutual fund, 5K.
Uh huh.
Scary. You
It
drop
is.
in 5K and you don't have anything tangible in your hand, right? Or you going into debt. That's another thing we need to
Mhm.
talk about.
Oh
You're
yeah.
going into debt. But you give the bank money, and all your money, and now just to owe them money, more money.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So like the fear of investment is, I think, is a real thing, especially in our culture, because we we often live from check to check, and we all often live for instant gratification, right? When you spend that $5, you want to drink that nice tasting coffee, or you at least want to be seen drinking expensive coffee so people could think you's the ish, right?
Boy, my people, boy, I tell you.
But that's one of the things I think we need to do as a people, and that's something that I'm still getting. I'm a saver. You ain't it.
Same here. Same here.
I
Same.
can I boy I would save money, but I am
Same here.
fearful when it comes to investments. And I'm weaning myself away from that because I realize that when they say it take money to make money,
It does. It's only so far free going to get you. And also, I like to tell everybody too, right? Anybody, and this goes for male or female, you must work towards something called an emergency fund
mm,
because things happen. You know what I
yep,
mean?
mm-hmm,
I'm not trying to say it's easy. I know it's not. I know people have bills, but you got to figure it out. Like you should have at least, I want to say, 5 to 10 to $20,000 just set to the side. When the
mm-hmm,
shit hit the fan,
mm-hmm,
you dip over there instead of dipping into your actual account.
right,
Trust me, because things
yeah,
happen, and
yeah,
especially working for yourself,
mm-hmm,
things happen. So, and like you say, saving, 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 saving. I'm big on that too. I'm also big on investments, bro. I'm big on that.
that's good, that's good, and that's what it
Big on
takes.
investments, man. That's what it takes, man.
That's what it takes. I mean,
Listen,
coming out of school,
yeah.
you think the first. Oh, go ahead. Let me make your point because I
No,
got
no,
my
no. Go
point.
ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
just
Come on,
saying,
school.
coming out of school, everyone is looking to buy a car,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is a dead investment, but you do need transportation,
The minute off
and
the
then you
lot
got
is dead.
yeah, yeah. But you're calculating like if you live in an area where the public transit system actually works,
Use
it's
that.
smart. Use that. You
Use
understand
that.
what I'm saying? But I won't give any tips because there's a disclaimer at the top of the show. We're not financial professionals giving this advice
Mm-mm.
here.
Don't take it
We
from
just
me.
saying how we went about ensuring that
That's
today
how
and
I do it for
tomorrow
me.
we have food on the table. But
Yeah,
you should see a financial advisor.
you should.
You
You should.
should talk to them, regardless of how much money
Mhm.
you have. If you have
Everybody should.
$0,
Everybody should.
you should see a financial advisor. And
And do
people think,
yourself a
I ain't
favor
got
too,
money,
right?
I ain't got no money. No. Still.
Listen to me, y'all. Do yourself a favor. Don't seek yourself a financial advisor in the physical. Don't go on YouTube and click a link. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wow. You see
What's
that?
it? My husband and I got
I,
our kids' accounts and Charles
Charles Schwab.
Schwab, 500 each to invest. We want to break the fit. Very important. At an early age. That's even
That
more important at an early age. Because the
that is
schools don't teach this.
right. Oh, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
See, that screams privilege to me though. I ain't got $500 to give nobody.
This nigga.
No, no,
But you got
no,
to
no,
teach, you know what?
but
It's very
yeah.
important to teach your kids
Oh
the
yeah, you know.
value of money. The value of money. You have to teach them that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Now you talking, Sabrio. I get him $100 because no, seriously. My 12-year-old, he decided he wanted to sell candy.
Yeah.
He wants to sell candy. Okay, come. Let me buy your first
Very
inventory.
important.
Now let me see your plan. Let me see how much. Sit down and tell me how much you selling this thing for. Do these things. He didn't want to do the boring work. You know what he want to do? He want to make money so we can
Yeah.
go buy stuff. And that's good because now the lesson is you got to do some work. You got to figure some stuff out.
Yeah.
Now all I need to do is break myself and his mommy out of just buying stuff when he asks for it. Because parents have that complicated love
You want to
where
give
he
your kids
said,
everything.
this hurts me more than it's gonna hurt you. You feel me? That's a real deal. But yeah, we got time for final words and final comments. So, Bruce, Sabria, K Woods, Ruckus, Uncle Milton,
Yeah,
y'all
man.
still in the chat. Y'all want to say something?
Enjoy the interaction, man. I enjoy it.
Yeah, stick it in
See
there
y'all.
now. We've been to.
JP ain't always asked.
Oh man, that is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah. I think that's a great practice for parents of the show to really pick up. Instead of gifts being the PlayStations or the new games or the new subscriptions or whatever the case may be, this little game, I would say, playing around with $100, with $500 to invest is a really smart practice, because that fear of investment has to be broken.
Yes.
Ownership, this is something that I believe, I do not think I'm wrong. Ownership is the key to wealth, to true wealth.
True wealth.
Ownership. I don't care if you're working for the most successful company on the planet as an employee. If you don't own it, I think Bruce it said this in the statement. I forget the channel. He said from employee to manager to shareholder.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be on that chase to graduate, to build in your presence, in your financial wisdom, and being brave.
Yeah.
Be curious as to how money is made, not just how it's spent. I look at the guy that a lot of people hate, who I love, Mr. Kanye West, spending $7 million for a 30-second ad, but not to flex, because his video was like, y'all, I didn't spend all the money on the ad, so I can tell y'all what the deal is right here on my cell phone. And the deal is, and here's the business plan, I have stuff for y'all to buy.
What's popping?
That is what's up. Y'all, I have stuff. I'm having a sale. Go and buy it. And the dude went to billionaire status again like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a plan. Final words, JP. Uncle Milton, I got you, man.
Let me see how I can simplify this for everyone. At some point, you got to think outside the box. Okay? Whether that be business or whatever it may be, you have to realize that working for someone, and once again, it's not for everybody, working for someone, every day you show up to that office, you bring them closer to their dreams, their aspirations, and you put money in their pocket while you stay the same. And that's fine. If that's something that you want to do, there's nothing wrong with that. Just understand, Big JP ain't with that. I have an owner mentality. I have a boss mentality. And I'm a great boss. My employees will tell you that.
Yeah.
I take care of them. And the thing about it, you have to make the environment a joy to work in. That's very underrated.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make the situation so hot that when your employees are around you, they hate it. And the more your employees succeed, the more you succeed.
Yep.
Like I said, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But at some point in your life, whether it be male or female, you got to give it a try for self, man.
Yeah.
And the majority of people that self-made millionaires didn't go to college. Keep that in mind. They didn't go. Now, once again, so I want everybody to come out to Big JP. I look outside my window. I see people walking down the hills with pitchforks and shit trying to kill me. The college people. Y'all gonna get shot, but I'm just saying. All I'm saying is keep that in mind. So you know what that tells me? It takes drive. It takes enthusiasm. It takes believing in self. That one right there, believing in self. Because if you don't believe in you, ain't nobody gonna believe in you, bro.
Yep.
That's the first hump to get over. Pause. You gotta believe in self.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of people out there that wants to be in your position, but they can't figure out how to do it. So what
Hmm.
they would do is downplay your dreams and aspirations to keep you on their level. And that goes for family, friends, and bitch ass hating strangers. And I'm gonna leave it right there.
All right, I think you said it all, but I'll just add to the point of school is just to be intentional. Like you,
Hmm.
a lot of times you go to school to figure out what it is that you want to do, and school is expensive. I say be intentional. If you know that it's something that you want to do, yeah, definitely invest in yourself and learn that what it is that you know you want to do, or to further your understanding of something that you already been diving into, or to get
Yes.
the documentation that puts you in a different pay scale,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But be intentional. But that's the Something Show. That's episode 84. We're talking about financial freedom. There's a whole lot more to say, but y'all go and seek professional help, advice
Don't
on
take it
this.
from me.
I
Because
listen
I
to
know what I'm talking
podcasts
about. Don't take it from me. I ain't know nothing.
all the, yeah, all the time because we didn't touch debt. We didn't touch how there's healthy debt and unhealthy debt. We and how to play that interest rate to your advantage, and how to gain good credit by
How to
how
play
to
the
use your
credit
credit
score to
card.
your advantage.
Yes, how to play the credit score to your advantage. How to build your credit score. We didn't touch on all these type things, and this is all information that is
Like
very
Sabria
helpful.
touched on earlier, we need a part two of this when
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
else is on the panel with Ans and Dr. Kent Bazaar. We need a part two
yeah.
because
All
I
right.
can personally tell you there's some valuable information that me and Dr. Kent Bazaar we shoot past each other almost every day.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, then that's it. That's it for the show. Y'all be safe.
Venture Capital Fund.
I
Night, say we need Night and JP Venture Capital Fund.
All right. I like
All right.
it.
Hey,
I like
Ruckus,
it.
you be the first to endorse it.
All right. Thanks, Sabria. Y'all be safe. Peace.
Peace.
At Uncle Milton, these jingles take time. I can need at least 11 years to finish.
You need me
I can
on that
call you.
panel.
I
Bring
can
him on the
call you.
panel, man.
Yeah, my uncle.
Bring
My
Uncle on the
uncle is
panel.
hilarious. I can bring him on. That'll be a
Bring him
fun
on.
show. All right.
All right.
Peace.
Y'all, the Something Show. We out.